Enjoy watching me pedal the car for the first couple passes.
Enjoy watching me pedal the car for the first couple passes.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to FullThrottleRC. You might notice we're in a little different location today with the drag car. I'm pretty sure I mentioned in the last video on this car that I had found a new spot to be able to run out to 132 feet. So today we're here to test it out. I will be honest, I made a little bit of a rookie mistake. I packed everything up to come out here, including the DTS one, so I can get some speeds and times at 132 feet. But I forgot the radio and the phone that I used to get those times. So instead, today we're just gonna test out those suspension changes, see what the car does when it gets down track like that. Most of the passes I've ever made with this car were at 66 feet. So I'm really interested to see how it handles further down track when it gets to that 132 feet. I did end up measuring out the 132 feet though, so this crack in the pavement here would be my starting line, and the very first barrier down there would be right at 132 feet. There's a crack in the pavement like about 5 foot before that curb over there, so I'm just gonna try to run it out to that curb, and that way I know I'm making it to 132 feet. I did test the car out in the driveway a little bit since I made those suspension changes in that last video. I was really happy with the way the car launched. You might have seen a couple of pictures on my Instagram. Unfortunately, I ended up breaking an axle, so I had to order a new set of axles, get them in, and that's why it took a little longer to get out here and get this video ready. But we're ready to go now. Like I said, unfortunately, I wish I had the timing system because I'm really curious what times I'm gonna get. But this will be good practice just to test out this area, test out the car, and maybe I can get you some cool shots. So without further ado, let's get started. One last thing before we start. It is a little chilly out here today, so I'm expecting it to take a couple passes before the tires warm up and I get anything good. So I guess enjoy watching me pedal the car for the first couple passes. Well, I have to say that was definitely not the plan. So after I felt the tires were a little warm, I knew I'd still have to pedal the car. I figured it probably wouldn't make any good passes just yet, but I was ready to get some video on the car. The car launched nicely, not too hard. It was picking up speed nicely. I did pedal it one time about halfway down, but it was still staying relatively straight. As soon as I got towards the finish line down there by that first curb, the car started drifting towards the right. I tried to correct it just a tad. I let off the gas, and when I did, the car got sideways, and I'm not sure if you could see it, but it literally smashed directly into that second curb with this tire. Needless to say, my shock tower extension shattered. It's a 3D printed part, and it's just PLA, so that shattered immediately. The goal for me was always to print one out of PETG. That might not even be strong enough, I'm not sure, but I'll try it out, see what happens. I thought I would just be able to take these shocks and mount them back on the shock tower, and just to try it out, just to get some more running footage for today. I know that's not how my suspension is set up, how I want it set up, but I was just gonna set it up like that for today to get some more footage. I ended up breaking the other axle though as well. This is the one I hadn't changed yet, but that one broke as well. Now, I do have another axle shaft with me, but there's really no point in changing it because this is the main thing that kind of screwed me up, I guess you could say. The pivot ball on the end of the upper link here snapped in half. Hopefully you can see half of it is still inside the axle carrier here. The other half is cracked inside the link. That I do not have with me out here. So unfortunately, I think my day is done. I do still think this is a promising area. Obviously that curb isn't good, but there's a good stretch of concrete after the curb and on this side, so maybe I could set up the starting line and finish line where those curbs would be more in the center of the track and not at the end of the track. That way you wouldn't be at full speed like I was hitting it. It didn't damage the body too much. I mean, it did hit it and left a nice little gash right here, but I had tape on the inside of the body, so I'm guessing that prevented most of it. Kind of been thinking about a new body with all of these new things Proline and J Concepts have been coming out with, so we'll see. Maybe I'll just get a new one. Obviously, I didn't drive all the way out here and plan for this video to be this short, but kind of the life of making YouTube videos, I guess. Gotta be prepared for everything and make the content you can make. This was obviously a learning experience. Haven't ran the car out to 132 feet too much, so it's all learning. If I can get the car fixed in time before this video goes out, I'll probably try to get some more running footage just so you can see how the car launches with the new suspension setup. It probably won't be out here. You probably won't see any more 132 foot passes in this video. I will be back out here. I'm definitely not done out here. I want to see what kind of times the car can run. Next time I need to make me a list and make sure I bring everything so I can actually time the passes I make. But if that is the end of this video, I hope you did enjoy it, even if it's kind of short. I'll definitely be watching the comments below. I'm sure everyone will get a good laugh at me making 2 or 3 passes and breaking the car. But anyway, make sure to like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new around here. Make sure to click on that bell icon to get notified when I upload new videos. You won't want to miss when we get back out here and actually make some decent passes and get some speeds and times in. As always, thanks again for watching. Peace.